Hello, I thought I'd introduce myself. My name is Tom Gessner, and we are trying to start a company called Modern Squared, a home building company here in the Woodland Park, Colorado Springs area. And we have a couple projects coming up. So this is really kind of an introduction on what we have coming up and why you might want to tune in to see what's going on a week-by-week basis as we go through the construction process. Right now we're in the planning process. We have a house that we have designed ourselves using Cheif Architect software. So we're going to be doing a couple episodes on Cheif Architect, how to use that software, what are the pros and cons of the software, how to get help in learning to use the software, whether or not you use the home version or the X16 Premier, and also how you can get some consulting help and some of the dangers to avoid there. We're also going to talk a little bit about being your own builder and about designing your own house. We've actually hired an architect and had plans developed before. We've also hired drafts people and gone that route. In this particular case, we've designed 3 houses now using Cheif Architect. And again, we'll talk about how to do that. We'll take a look at the house right now that we're planning to build in Woodland Park, Colorado, up at an altitude of 8,500 feet. First, I want to give you an introduction of the house that we're planning to build in Woodland Park, Colorado, doing most of the work ourselves and general contracting it ourselves. This is the house which we have designed. It has a couple unique features. One of the things that we're going for is that modern look without the modern cost. We're trying to avoid a modern house that costs, $2-3 million like they seemingly all do. So our goal throughout this process is to look for simple ways and cost-effective ways to get a very modern and streamlined look, both from a building perspective, architectural perspective, as well as when we get into the interior and start decorating there. So first you'll see there's an outdoor patio. There's an upper deck here. The garage 2-stall is off to the side. And then there is a courtyard. And the courtyard is actually where the front door is just off to the right of that. So when we look down here through here, what looks to be this covered area here underneath this open deck above, that is the front door of the house. And I'm just going to rotate around again. We'll do a full house tour later. Just want to kind of whet your appetite a little bit. Ignore the green. That is a waterproof Hulk waterproof coating that we have indicated in Cheif Architect. And once I get the proper parameters put in, you won't see that anymore. All right, so spinning around to the back, you'll see that we have a back patio. Here's the great room. Looks like you can see all the way through to the beginning of the front of the house. And then we have some very large windows here going over into the stair area. Monostring stairs going to the upstairs. Here's the primary bedroom. This is the sunroom up here. See a couple of our cats gallivanting around. But as we go through, like I said, in one of the upcoming issues, we'll talk a little bit about some of the design considerations that we took into account when designing this property and laying it out. The other thing I'd like to clarify is when I say that we designed our own house, what we did is we took inspiration from a number of really cool plans that we've seen over the years. So when we get into the design and how we actually pulled together various elements and came up with our own ideas for how to make things modern, right? You'll see details like our ICF walls, right? And we'll dive into the wall type, the structure. We'll take a look at what we're doing specifically with the R values, the insulation value, the thermal mass. We'll talk a little bit about waterproofing and so forth. And as we go through the house, we'll point out some of the unique features that we've tried to incorporate, that we've added, that we think helps make it modern, and something, of course, that makes it our own, like windows that are lower to the ground, doors off the primary bedroom, the monostringer stairs with a nice landing and a gap in between a nice big window, sinking the bathroom floor so that you have a walk-in shower where the floor level is level, use of glass block. We have wall-mounted toilet fixtures. And in this case, we have a very unique feature where we've actually put the laundry room and the closet combined. And we've added features unique to our lifestyle. For our cats, for example, we have a little closet area here where we can put a litter box where it's out of the way and it's well ventilated. Upstairs on the top floor, we've added things like in the sunroom, this bench that goes around for the cats to transverse. We think that those little special features that are unique to your lifestyle and to your liking are what make homes unique. So some of the things we're going to be talking about in upcoming episodes as we go through this process is some of the materials we've chosen to build this house out of. This is going to be an ICF house, integrated concrete form. This is going to be the first one of these that I've actually done. We've done stick-built houses before. I'll give you a bit of our history and background in just a moment. But we were considering doing this house out of Perfect Block, which is an ICCF product, or integrated composite concrete form. And we'll talk a bit about the pros and cons and how we arrived at that decision versus others. We're also going to be talking about the cost and logistics involved in planning a project like this. Being your own builder is one set of complexity. Designing the house is yet another, especially when dealing with the building department and some of the requirements required for areas like we're building in Woodland Park and through the Pikes Peak Regional Building Department. So we'll be bringing you up to speed on that as we go along. So our company name, Modern Squared, like I said, the objective of that really is to try to find an affordable way, not as affordable as in cheap houses, but as in how do we build a house that's more of a typical building where it doesn't necessarily have to cost $1+ million in order to build something that has some modern flair and design capabilities to that. So that's our objective. We are currently not licensed contractors or home builders in the state of Colorado yet. We have been in the past. So many years ago, we were home builders in the state of Nebraska. And that process actually started when we were building our own house, a small ranch, about 1,600 square feet. And we contracted with a builder. I was working in IT at the time. And they took about 7 to 8 months with one guy trying to frame our house, this small ranch. And it was just a disaster. The communication with the builder was horrible. I mean, we didn't know what was going on. Things were getting built wrong, incorrectly, doors in the wrong place. It was kind of a building nightmare that you've heard many people talk about. So the result of that was, we said to ourselves, we can do a better job building houses than this. So we actually decided to go into the home building process. So we decided to form our own home building company in Lincoln, Nebraska. And we did that. And we built houses for about 4 years, part-time, still worked in IT for another company. But we were able to do this. We started out with a couple spec houses, and then we got clients from there and built custom homes for people. So we built a number of different stick homes throughout that period. And actually, way before that, I was a framer way back when, just took a break from college and did framing for a couple of years. Drove a forklift, worked as a framer. I've done siding, I've done roofing, I've done insulation, painting, finish work, some electrical work, put in windows, doors. I mean, a variety of different information. By no means am I a professional in the construction industry right now. And like I said, we are not licensed in the state of Colorado as general contractors or home builders. We're hoping to use this home that we want to build in Woodland Park as our model home that we can use to launch that business. So once we have this house built that we GC ourselves as a homeowner, we are then going to go and obtain licensing in the state of Colorado with the intent of offering those services to other people so that we can help them build homes that are modern without necessarily that astronomical cost that is typically associated with a modern home. We hope that you'll come along for the journey. I have experience in the construction industry and building homes. Obviously not as much as somebody that's been in it for 20 or 30 years, but we definitely have our experiences behind us, and we're looking forward to this particular project and coming up with a modern look at an affordable price. So if you want to tag along with us on this journey, perhaps get some entertainment along the way, like and subscribe, and watch for future episodes. Thank you very much.